Hello everybody, Iain Robson here. Welcome back to another European Truck Simulator. Today, we're doing a Valentine's Day special. This is one of the Valentine's Day paint jobs here. And as you can see, I have a little heart in the hanging from the top of the truck there. And we're taking a little bit of kerosene from Berlin to Frank am Main because I'm hot-blooded. That's what I'm going for. Some of you may know that song, some of you may not. So, one of the funny things about the music that I've chosen here today is that this is all the music from YouTube that I could find. That was basically what it is. I went to the YouTube audio library and I searched for love, and this is all the music that I found. Just because I thought it would be would make sense, given the fact that we're coming up to Valentine's Day. Oh, I just realized how I had my feet on the pedals. I was just racing in Dirt Rally. And both feet on the pedals still. One for your brake, one for accelerator. So, yeah, so this is what the paint job looks like. This is just one of them. There are, of course, many of them. I think there's like 4 or 5 altogether. And they actually had a couple other little things that I didn't even realize were in the pack. So they also added that right there. That hangs from your top of your truck, which is kind of neat. And there's also, I think there's a couple other things as well, so it's pretty neat. Let's get the left button here. So, pretty excited. I actually had problems with my other profile for whatever reason. So this is my other profile that I discovered. I totally forgot I had this one because what happened is I had so many profiles that this one that I'm using right now was actually down the bottom of the list of profiles, and I just didn't realize it was there actually. Because I kept using my multiplayer profile. So I'm okay with that one's actually the one that's not functioning properly. It was really bizarre. What was happening was it would just lock up. Like I don't have any mods in there at all, but for whatever reason, with the multiplayer, or with that particular profile, the game would just lock up, which is pretty bizarre for an SES game. Because usually they're pretty good, and pretty good about functioning like 100%. And because it didn't have any mods, I was kind of confused. Usually something like that would be caused by mods, so. But this time not so much. So once again, we are on our Mercedes Actros. This is the Gigaspace one, I think. Yeah, Mercedes Actros, Mercedes-Benz new Actros Gigaspace. And the diagnostics show that we have a 625 horsepower engine in here. And a 12-speed automatic right now. We're just running with a simple automatic, I think it is. Mainly because I didn't know what buttons it was to change the gears forward and back. I didn't feel like switching it around, so I've just been enjoying driving an ETS. I haven't set that up yet either. I've just been enjoying driving an ETS with automatic basically. So that's why I'm using the automatic here. Let's change the information there. What am I looking for? There we go. Probably should slow down a little bit here. But yeah, thought I'd take a look at this DLC. So right, I don't know if they're still on sale, but when I bought both the DLC for ATS and ETS, they were like $1.60 Canadian each. So altogether it was like $3.20, and you get a few paint jobs. And actually, they're pretty neat. I thought that one looked pretty cool, actually. I'm gonna keep my eye on the road here, else I'm gonna get into an accident. But yeah, I thought they were pretty cool. So. But going back to that whole profile thing, so because of that I had to buy a new truck and set it all up, so it's fine. I forgot which truck I was using before. I think it was this one. Might have been the other ones, because they all look a little different. The Mercedes do at least, so. So I added my Hula Girl there once again. I have the SES Cup, which should be a Timors, but I guess I forgot to activate that. And then I have my GPS here, which is of course from the cabin accessories. Actually those all are. And then I got my duffel bag over there. So. There you have it. I do like this game. Like when you're comparing this to the ATS, you really see the difference in it. I like driving the trucks in ATS better, but this is definitely more picturesque at the moment, at least, because you're going like through a lot of green areas. Because right now in ATS, it's all like desert, and New Mexico is going to be desert too, I guess. I think. I guess California is the one state that's not all desert, I suppose. Fuel, look how we're looking. We got a full tank of fuel still, so we're good to go. But Yeah, the DLCs for the Valentine's Day paint jobs are actually pretty cool. I like them. They always make them interesting. It's not just like, some of them are like kind of basic, but this one looks like pretty gnarly actually when you look at it carefully. It's got the heart there with the key in it, or the key, I guess the key slot there and everything. So it's pretty cool. They always do a good job with paint jobs. Actually, during the Christmas sale, I guess it was during Christmas time, on Steam, I got quite a few random assortment of paint jobs I just hadn't picked up before. So I got, I think, like the Christmas paint jobs. I got some of the old ones too. There's like what is that one called in ETS? It's like, there was one related to Odin or something like that, where they have like a lot of Norse related stuff on it. What's that one called? Weather, or I don't know. I forget. I should really be in the inside lane apparently. Do I have my lights on? No, not at all. There we go. That's why they're driving past me, but yeah. There's quite a few random paint jobs, and they also released recently. Also, Country Gaming's watching this. Recently, they released the Australian paint job, which you discovered now. It's funny. Best way to stay updated with SES, of course, is to look through their keep tabs on their blog, because they're pretty good about updating. A lot better than most other companies are, actually. I forget how far we're going. I think it's like about 500 kilometers or so. Let that car go, or car can slow down. There you go, car. We'll get into the inside lane here so the cars can go by. But yeah, definitely enjoying the various paint jobs they have in ETS, and like all the stuff you can see. Like, look, this is just the base, well, not the base game, I guess. This is just with all the DLCs. Like, this is what you have. Like, that's the France DLC there that I haven't explored on this profile. There's some added stuff here. There's lots of stuff in Poland and Norway that I haven't seen. So with all the DLCs, like Going East DLC, Scandinavian DLC, France DLC, there's a lot to see, which is pretty cool. ATS is the same idea, like, or it will be eventually. Let's start cruising a bit faster here. This feels slow. So eventually ATS will be the same thing. We'll be able to go from, like, you know, Washington to Arizona, or not Washington, I guess Washington to Arizona, sure, why not? Or Maine to California, wherever. If they get that far, I don't know. Like, if they plan on keeping the game around for a while, I suppose we will see something like that, but it's hard to say whether or not we're going to have that scenario or not, really, so. Because it's going to take a while. Because, of course, they can't just keep pumping out those DLCs that easily, right? Because you want... SES is fairly well known for putting out solid stuff, so... Although I was looking through the comments of the Valentine's Day DLCs, and people were like, what's going on here? Well, how come we don't have anything on XYZ sort of thing? Yeah, well, car, you're going to be stuck there for the time being. It's like people were complaining they wanted more information about the Arizona, or New Mexico DLC, sorry. And stuff like that. And it's kind of like, well... Can't really do much about it. There's only so much we can do in like X number of weeks, so we'll see what happens. I'm pretty excited about the New Mexico DLC. I'm curious to see what they're gonna add, really. I don't know anything about New Mexico. So for me, the funny thing for me, because I'm Canadian and not American, is that I don't know anything about this, anything specific about individual states. So it's enjoyable to kind of like drive in those areas because you get to see like what's in that area. So like California, you see some vineyards, you see some other stuff. That's kind of interesting. You get to see the Grand Canyon and stuff like that. Like, I've never been there. So, it's kind of cool to see that kind of stuff. I'm not sure if I'll go to the Grand Canyon. I'm still trying to visit all of Canada first. Canada, much like United States, is a massive country. And I'm trying to visit it all before I start visiting other countries. So I've got most of Canada done now. I've been to Prince Edward Island, out east. I still haven't been to Newfoundland yet, which I'd like to visit. Apparently it's quite beautiful. And I've been out west. I haven't visited much of the like Saskatchewan, Manitoba areas, just because I flew over them. We didn't really drive around them very much. And then of course there's Yukon, Nunavut, Northwest Territories and all that, so eventually I suspect I'll visit. That's kind of an interesting trailer there. Eventually I suspect I'll visit them all. But the big problem, of course, here in Canada is actually it's pretty expensive to visit. I hope I don't get a speeding ticket. Watch this. Oh, okay. Maybe I should slow down then. Because I think we're on the Autobahn right now. In Germany. I don't know what the number of the Autobahn is. I don't think it actually says Autobahn on the information itself on the map, so. This is such mellow music. I did the same thing in ATS the other day with the Valentine's Day music. And it was so random. I was like, what on earth is this? But it was funny. It's not my typical type of music. I like listening to like rock. Some of the electronic music on YouTube isn't terrible either. Interesting little fact though, if you have the small little cabin accessories DLC, like on the bottom left of the window there, and you also have the one on your display there, you can, one of the buttons actually changes them both so you can see. I wish you could change them differently so you could have one set to like a distance view, one to close up view. That would be kind of neat, but I don't think we can get that detailed here. Alright, let me grab a quick sip of coffee here, try not to crash. Not bad, not as bad, not as good as the very first morning coffee, of course. That never is. But yeah, it's funny when I was choosing some of the various cargo I could haul in ETS. There was lots of choices, but I was trying to think like what would be a Valentine's Day cargo, and some of them were definitely inappropriate, and some of them were like, not really. This doesn't work. So we ended up with kerosene because I went for the hot-blooded theme. I don't know. Because of course the heart there on the paint job itself is looks like it's on fire, so to speak. Stuttgart. I don't know what this music is, but it makes me laugh. Last time I heard it, I made reference to a rap band called Captain Dan and the Scurvy Crew. If you're very curious, definitely YouTube it. You'll giggle, I'm sure. But it is pretty ridiculous. I forget how I even encountered that. I want to say it was when in my EVE Online days. But I am not sure at all. One thing I kind of miss is the root advisor, because it kind of gives you some nice information in a very concise and, I guess, minimal way. And it also takes away like these rear view mirrors, because that when it's like that in the game, it seems so invasive, I guess is the word I'm thinking of, because it's like right there in your face. Whereas when you have the rooted visor, it's a bit less. Let's get in the left lane here in case that lane exits. It's a bit more minimal, which is why I like it. So. Alright. Oh, no, we actually do need to take that turn. Okay. This must be one of the classical music collections here. Seems very dramatic. The funny thing about the YouTube library, they actually do say whether things are like, what's the mood of the music as well? And sometimes they will say things like dramatic, cinematic sometimes too. So it's kind of funny. We're heading over to Frankfurt. No one's coming. Got enough space to make a nice wide turn. Yes, we do. Excellent. These trailers aren't too... This trailer is not too long. It's not like some of the big long ones you can get. Well, in ATS at least. The 54-foot... I don't know if I'm not sure what the standard size is in the United States. In Europe. Because I know in in Canada at least, you see a lot of 51-foot, 54-foot trailers. Stuff like that. You don't see too many short box, actually. Or short trailers. You do see them from time to time, but they're not as common. Unless it's like a delivery route. Like, you see some Coca-Cola trucks like that, or Pepsi trucks. And usually delivering to, like, a Rexall or Farmer Plus, something like that. They're not like on the highway, it's like a local delivery, I guess is what I'm trying to say. What does that say, 60? Okay. We'll go for 70. We can probably do 70 safely around here. That's what the cargo looks like. Got a quick screenshot of that while we're just in a nice little area here. Every time I press shift in order to like speed up. So that's what that looks like. That's what I was talking about. So it's got the heart, it's got the fire on it. Got my Canadian flag there from the Flags DLC, which was one of the events a while ago. There we go. I can't tell if they're honking behind me or not. Go around! That's what I'm trying to tell them. If I were really driving a truck like this, I'd definitely stick my arm out the window and it's like, go around! Whoa, buddy. Can't make a right turn yet. Come on now. And we're gonna slow down here because that is a little too fast around these areas. There we go. 50 kph is probably a bit safer. Oh my goodness. I'm not even going very fast, but I feel like I'm going way too fast for these corners still. Like I said, I'm only doing 50. I set my GPS. Set my cruise control to 50 kph. And it still feels a little fast. The countryside here. I wonder what that's supposed to be, the green over there. Because like the field in front of me looks like it's potatoes, but the green, I don't know what it was. Maybe grapes? But not sure. Alright, here we go. We can speed up again, I think. Let's see what the speed limit changes to. It still hasn't changed. It's still 60. I don't know, maybe if I was driving a car around that little section it'd be fine at 60, but with a truck it doesn't feel safe, that's for sure. Yep, go ahead, buddy. Yeah, because that looks like it's like potatoes almost, but I think it's just straw, or supposed to be straw. For all those farm sim players out there. Very cool. Every time I come back to ETS, it's surprising how much the base game of ETS offers, or not the base game I should say, but like, I guess, would DLC be considered vanilla? What do you think? Leave a comment below. I guess it's kind of the vanilla DLC plus the vanilla game. So it's not so bad. Like there's lots to do in like just the basic stuff that you can get from SCS as opposed to any mods at all. But when you add mods into ETS, there's like just a crazy amount you can do. It's crazy. Michelin fan pack down there too. You can see that or not. Those tires. It's funny, it's the Michelin fan pack DLC with the Raven DLC, Raven tires DLC, which is from, I don't know, 2 years ago, I think. That you had to, I forget what you had to do. It was deliver something. It was like one of the events they have, which I think are awesome. I love how they do those. Because you basically get like a free DLC as long as you complete the event. So it's good for you because you get a free DLC, and it's good for ETS because then you're playing the game again. Because of course they want people to play their game. I don't know. ETS is a game you can easily come back to. Do a trip, do a 1 or 2 like hauls, and then head out again for a while. That's what I am doing with ATS and ETS. Same thing. Like I'll come in for the game. I'll come to the game, play it for a little bit, and then I'll just go play Farm Sim or something else for a bit. This is a very dramatic song right now. Jeez. 60 kilometers still. Okay. We're going to stick to the speed limit because it's a windy road. One of those off-road areas. Oops. So we're heading west right now, it looks like. But yeah, like I said before, it'd be nice if you could do each of the GPSs individually. You might be able to, I just didn't look into it very closely, to be honest with you. Why am I going so slow? Oh, that's why. Apparently I accidentally hit the retarder on my side panel. Because I'm like, that feels awful slow. I'm like, what's going on here? That's because I hit my retarder, that's why. Because we were slowing down, basically. Just enjoying the scenery and the relaxing music, I guess? I don't know. Alright, more coffee, 1 second here. There we are. Truck behind me is kind of like, what's going on here? Got a 620 horsepower engine and we're going a little slow, it seems like. Some straw bales. I guess you see some straw bales stacked like that, but usually when they're stacked like that, it's usually at a farm, not necessarily in the field. At least in Canada, they'll be at a farm house or barn or something, and they'll be stacked like that. And then what they'll do is usually put like a big tarp over it or something. If they're just storing the bales, or the alternative, of course, is just leaving the bales in the field where they are baled, because you don't need to move them sometimes. I don't know. Straw can stay in the field a little bit longer than hay, that's for sure. Usually, as far as I remember, with hay, you have to let it sit in the field for a couple days. Not because, especially round bales, big round, like 4-foot rounds. You have to let it sit in the field for a day, basically to cool off, so it doesn't overheat. As far as I understand, at least. Because if you were to bale it and then move it in the same day, it probably would be fine in most cases. However, there are some situations where you could get the bales heating up too much, and then it could cause a fire. Spontaneously combust, and I've heard stories about it before, so it's definitely not something you want to wish upon somebody. And that's why as far as I understand, like, I'm no expert. Like, if you know better than I do, leave me a comment below. But as far as I understand, you're supposed to let them sit for a day or two, just so they cool off, so to speak, so they're not like super warm. Got those mountains over there. Perhaps they are the Alps. Perhaps they're not. That's the way I feel like I should talk right now with this music. Oh man. Sounds like late night jazz radio or something. Alright, this is 99.5. Coming at you from Jazz FM. Today we're going to hear a little bit of smooth jazz from... That's what it sounds like, at least. We're going to Frankfurt. No passing here. Looks like a forest you would see in Farm Sim, actually. All the pine trees there. Yeah, it definitely looks like that. And these round bales magically are staying on that hill. I'm fairly certain with that kind of steep grade on a hill, they would not stay like that. Just saying, though. And they're awfully oddly shaped, though, too. They look like they're like 2 or 3 foot rounds, just because they look wider than they are tall, which I have seen before. It's really bizarre to see, but it definitely happens. Alright. Let's drop it down to 50 through this little windy section here. Just be on the safe side. Don't need to get into an accident. Always safety first. The expression in English, it would be better safe than sorry. There we go. I'm missing my my hood mirrors to see where the front end. Like, I could do it like over here, but so like that's a bizarre mirror actually. I don't normally use that one. Mainly because it's blocked by our giant mirror in the top right hand corner right there. Yeah, even if I were to have that up. Alright, very cool. So, I don't know, that's the latest DLC from European Truck Simulator, the Valentine's Day DLC. It's a small little DLC, pretty neat though. They always do a good job on those paint jobs. Everything from the Elements I think Elements paint jobs with like the Earth, Wind, and Fire and all that jazz. And then they also have Valentine's, Christmas. There's even a pirate one, which is pretty cool, which is what I was driving with last time, which is also a neat DLC as well. For me, it depends on which truck you're driving. Some of them look a bit better than other ones, so. But there you go. And then also has that little, it's like a phoenix or something on the back of the truck. The back of the cab, I guess it would be, which is pretty cool too. All right, go ahead, pass. Clouds. Actually, one of the interesting things recently in Farm Sim is Oxygen David, the guy who makes like Sandy Bay or those maps, Chellington, Coldborough, I think. He's actually trying to include real clouds in the game that move around, apparently. I haven't seen it yet, but on his YouTube channel he has it, so if you're interested in checking that out, definitely have a look. Should be pretty neat, actually. Looks like our destination is coming up here, according to my mini-map at least. I don't know how far we actually have to go. Oh, yeah, like 9 kilometers, so yeah, we're super close. Didn't realize we were quite that close yet. But that's cool. There's the Triet in Germany. I don't know if they have, I think they have, in ATS they have Timber, I think is the one they have there. It's not like I wasted time here, buddy. Jeez, simmer down. Don't want to crash into anything. You know, it's funny. Like, if this is the problem I've run into, my dilemma. I can do most trips in ETS or ATS without any errors, but it's like the pace would be much slower. And some people are chill with that, and some people aren't. So. Is this our turn? No. Let's zoom in here so we can see what's going on. Yeah, up here. Yeah, so some people are okay with that slower pace, and some people aren't, so. Alright, take a wide turn here. No one's coming, we're good. Excellent. So yeah, it just depends. Could go either way, really. So, but if I slow down, it's not so bad. But you're slowing down, so depending on how you feel about that. Alright, left turn here. Looks like we're good. And where's our drop off here? Oh, it wants me to... I guess I didn't realize, but I have it set up so it's this style. I thought I had it so the medium parking difficulty, not the hard one. This one's not really too crazy anyways, but some of the ones in Pro Mod were really difficult. Because in Pro Mod it was like, you'd have to go like around a corner or some ridiculousness like that. I can't tell if that's at the edge or not. It looks like it is. That's pretty close. That looks good. Straighten her out a little bit. There we go. Yeah, looks good. Looks good on both sides there. There we go. Put the parking brake on. Decouple. Let's see how we did in that one there. I think we did all right, at least. Excellent. 500 clicks. Nice. Not bad. So like I said, this is my other profile. That's why I'm at level 36 as opposed to level 16, I think it was the other one. So anyways, let me show you the other paint jobs real quick here. Let me just hop over to the nearest service station. I think it's just across the street, actually. And I'll show you the other paint jobs in the ETS Valentine's Day paint job pack. Alright, so this is the one we're using called Heart Unlock. There's also this one, which is Girl Power, which is also a pretty cool one, actually. It's got like pink and hearts all over the place. And then there's also too many DLCs. Passion. Oh wow, that looks really good too. That's an awesome color. Especially on that truck too. Sweet. And the other one is this one right here. Sweetheart. Not too bad. And then there's also Valentine's Day Metallic, which is pretty neat. So you can see like the design there. This song, man, oh my goodness. I think there's one other one. Where is it? I think it's above the one I have. Yes, there it is. Dove of Love. And I think there's one other one. Yes, this one, Armor, which is pretty cool. Or could be Amour. Well, it's not Amour because it's not spelled like that, but... So those are all the different paint jobs. I don't think there's any other ones for the Valentine's Day, no. As you can see, I have lots of random ones, but yes, but not the one, nothing else, I suppose, so. Alright, folks, that is it for me for today. I hope you enjoyed that episode of the Valentine's Day European Truck Simulator episode, I guess. My name's Iain Robson. If you like what you saw, why don't you go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I'll catch you guys later.